Hi, and this is Tim. Welcome to the last and final video of our three-part series on meaning, mastery, and autonomy. Three elements of gameful design that Sebastian Dieterding recommends or feels is what's missing from a lot of gameful applications, including gameful learning experiences. So the first two videos we looked at some examples of from my classroom and things that I've done with my students, and we're going to wrap that up here with autonomy. And again, everything that I've been talking about in this series of videos comes from the work of Sebastian Dieterding. You can find his work at his website, Coding Conduct CC, and I'll have a link to that on our website as well. Autonomy. Autonomy is probably one of the easier videos to work through here and demonstrate for you, because it's exactly what it sounds like. It means that you are giving students space. You're giving them a free space to play. You're giving them something to play with. You're giving them some tools or some toys or an identity or role and something to play with. So how does that work in my classroom? Well, in MatterQuest, we worked excuse me, we had the kids working in groups of 4, and I basically hung back. My role changed quite dramatically. Instead of being that sage on the stage, I was much more comfortable being the guide on the side and kind of floating from group to group and assisting and maybe asking some probing questions or some guiding questions that help students move to a different way of thinking or looking at things differently if they were stuck, or kind of helping them think their way out of a process. So rather than stand up front and say, okay, students, I want everyone to now send one member of your group to get all of your pipettes and then bring them back to your table. And we'll each take turns squeezing 25 milliliters of water into the graduated cylinder. Instead of doing that, the students are all broken up into groups. They're all moving at their own speed, they're moving at their own level, and they have a space of their own to work at within the classroom too. Some of my students even work in the hall if they were able to work without disrupting classrooms around them. So, place of their own to play in, right? Spaces of their own. They had me as a facilitator, so I wasn't there guiding their every step. They are working at their own pace as well. And finally, they had the netbooks. They had the netbooks and the lab materials as well as playthings. So if we look at the Blue Jays page here, here are some things that they played with. This group here, the Blue Jays, they made this balance. Okay, these objects, these physical objects that they used were playthings. The netbooks, right, that they took the picture with and then posted their work on, also a plaything, something to play with. Podcasts, they're recording themselves, a plaything. Again, it's fun to do. As we move along here, another picture being taken of some work. Here we've got balloons. We've got balance that they've made again. They've taken that balance concept to demonstrate that air has mass. As we move along here, we've got ice cubes, plates, and plastic bags, all sorts of fun stuff, right? Who hasn't had fun with a plastic bag? Well, in this case, it was exciting for them. It was a fun thing for them to watch the water cycle happen with. So, really, again, the key things. Teacher is a facilitator, so the students have space to kind of design and construct their own pace of learning. A space of their own, so that they can kind of work independently and collaboratively in their groups, but independent from the teacher, independent from a guiding overall hand telling them what to do at every moment of the lab. And then something to play with. In this case, the hands-on materials. Now, the same thing is applicable here as well for intergalactic jury. The students had places to play. I was more of a facilitator, a guide on the side, if you will. They used the netbooks. They used videos to demonstrate things. They had models. Some of them even performed skits as part of their proposals and presentations. All of those things I consider as play things. It was their space to play and create, and that's what they came up with. In reality, again, they had places to play, but this time the places, because it was an after-school club, things were taking place way outside of school. Some kids are going all over the place making their videos. Northern Michigan, the playground, the city within our of East Grand Rapids where I teach. Their spaces changed dramatically. Excuse me. Their spaces changed dramatically when they left the classroom after school. And then not only that, but something to play with. They're using video cameras. They're using their laptops and computers at home to edit and upload things with. Their iTouches, which they can do all of that just on their handheld device or their parents' iPhones. When the students figured that out within part of the school year, we had this huge explosion of videos that were submitted, and that was very exciting to see. But a big part of that is autonomy. Yes, we all come together, and yes, there is time for teacher instruction. But if you've crafted something that that works and provides that space for autonomy, then you really can be that guide on the side. You can be that resource. You can be that helper for them. So um, this is it, the shortest video yet of our series. So again, mastery, meaning, autonomy. Um, when you're designing or redesigning your gameful experiences for your instruction, keep those three things in mind. How are you addressing those three things? And you're welcome to look at this example, and I'm positive that you can see examples of this in Amanda's work as well. So thanks for watching, and we will see you later.